Hello everyone, so today we are going to start working on the UI part for the inventory. So when I press I, now you can see I have some basic UI opening up. So this is actually a reference from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. None of these things are yet working. It's just I have added some placeholders for these buttons, and yeah, that's basically where I'm going to start. And also you can see when I go into the inventory, the mouse is enabled and character is not moving, but it's still, if I press I, the inventory is closed and I am back in the level. So that's what we are going to work on today. We are going to set up few HUD blueprint interface events to communicate with the HUD to open up the widget for the inventory. And also we are going to work on this inventory blueprint that is referenced in the layout of the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And yeah, let's see how to do those things today. And before I get started, I'd like to remind you, you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I had done from the Patreon page. To the date, there are closer to 2000 videos. For each video, the project files are available here. And this is a part of this action RPG with gameplay ability system series, so you can watch all the other episodes as well. I'll leave the link in the description below to the full playlist. And let's get back to today's tutorial. Alright, so this is what we have implemented so far in our inventory system. When I press I, my character goes to a sort of a stage-like place where I would be able to do inventory changes like gear changes, change the weapon, change shield, things like that. And when I press I, the character goes back to the level. So now the first step that I want to do is, now that I have the stage set up, the next step I want to do is implementing the UI. Okay, so for that, actually I am referencing to this Valhalla style UI design, so that's the direction I'm going with. I want to have a same layout in the game that I'm working on as well. So therefore, as a reference, I have created this, well, I have masked areas, so, and leave only the icons areas in this image so that I can use it as a reference. First, let me import that into my project here. Now with that, let me create a simple widget. Use a widget WTG inventory main. Now here let's add a canvas panel first, and under this I'll add this inventory draft so that we can get an idea how things going to be. Alright, now how do I open this inventory widget? When I go into the inventory stage. So for that, I want to control the UI part through the blueprint HUD. So here we have BPI HUD interface, blueprint interface. Here I'll add a function total inventory. Let's put it in the HUD and open. So if I pass true, it will open. If I pass false, it will close. Now here we can implement toggle inventory. Here let's have a branch. If it is true, so initially if it is true, we need to add the inventory widget to the viewport, but initially we do not have inventory widget created. So here let's create a widget using the type wdg inventory main and promote this to a variable. Let's call it wdg inventory. Okay, now that we have this variable, we can check the validity of it. So in the second time when we call the same event, we will not have to create. So if this is not valid, we have to create, otherwise we don't. So after that, get the inventory, add to viewport. If we already have a valid reference here, then we don't need to create, we directly add it to the viewport. So if it is false, what I need to do is remove from parent. Okay, now we have the blueprint inventory. When I open the inventory or enter inventory mode, at the end let's get player controller and get HUD. On the HUD, now I can call toggle inventory with open true, and here when we exit inventory mode, I can use the same but with a false. Okay, now let's test how it appears. If I press I, so here you can see now we have the inventory HUD. Nothing is working yet, but we have some reference now. If I press I again, it's gone. Press I again, it's here. Press I again, it's gone. Okay, now the next part is these buttons. So I don't think I can use the default buttons, well, at least not right away, because we may need custom stuff on these buttons, like for example this exclamation mark when we have some changes, and these dots, or all those things. So therefore I create a separate widget for the buttons. Let's say wdg inventory button. Okay, now here let's first use a button and add it like this. Oh, now we need the UI assets. So in Photoshop I have kind of put together this design. So this would be the frame or border of the button, and in the background we will have something like this, some texture like this, and in the middle there will be the weapon, shield, or whatever I need to show. So that's the button design I'm gonna use. So now I have created, let me import them into my project. So I have created a button background, button border, and sword and shield icons. So like this, shield is wrong. Yeah, shield should only be as the layers, only be the shield, nothing else. Okay, save, re-import. Okay, that's correct. All right, now this is the button here. Let's go here. Under this tile, I'll select this as the image. Okay, this is better for preview purposes. Now this should be rendered as a image. Okay, now let's wrap this with the border, and as the border brush, I'll select this button border. Oh no, not that. I'll use this button background, and under the button I'll add another image, and this should be like this. Why it doesn't align? Oh wait, maybe this. No, here. Yeah. Okay, now as for this image, let me select this border. It should work. Yeah, now here we have the look I need. Okay, all right, now let's go back to the widget, inventory main widget, and here let's add a vertical box like this. Right here, I'll anchor it like this, 0.3, 0.3, no, and as for the scale, whatever that matches. Alignment, okay, all right. As I said, this is gonna be these positions may not be final. I just need something for now. So I'll name this vertical box left, and under this I'll add inventory buttons like this. So if I use these settings with auto, it's like this, but I need them to be bigger. So maybe can I set the scale here? Compile. Alright, we can wrap this border with the size box. Yeah, and here let's give min desired width and height 120. Min aspect ratio so like this. Yeah, here, see, now we have that. Now we have it in the way we need it. Okay, now just like this we need 3 more. Okay, and they should be spaced out, so we can add padding to the bottom. 20, 50. No. So the bottom padding 30 worked out, and for the last one I made it 0 because we don't need any more padding there, and it roughly matches the layout that I want to have. So now let me copy this and paste again, and I'll name that vertical box, right? So this should be aligned to the other side. Point 0.72, 0.72. Like this. Okay, now we have our own set of buttons. Still not finished, a lot to do. So now let me hide this widget. Is it enough to hide it there? Yeah, not enough. So let me put a name, reference. Okay, I'll make it hidden. Right, now it's gone and we have the buttons. And the other thing is I don't have the UI input. So how do we handle that? Well, for that also let's go to HUD and let's add we need this. Yeah, let's add a function toggle UI input, and add enable parameter. Now here let's override toggle UI input. I think it's better to use this as a function. Oh, I can't. That's fine. So if this is true, we can get player controller, set input mode to game and UI, because I still need to be able to press key buttons, input keys, and exit from the UI, like press I, close the UI, just like that. So also show mouse cursor to true, and here. Set input mode to game. What's this option? Well, let's not look into that now. And show mouse cursor to height. Right, and then here, well, if you are enabling the inventory, no, I don't think we should do that here. Let's do it here. Git HUD toggle UI input to true. Similarly, toggle UI input to false. Okay. Alright, see, now we have the mouse, and as you can see, things become white, but that's okay, let's fix it. But if I press I again, the input inventory is gone. Okay, now regarding that issue where things become white, that's because here in the button, normal is this, normal image is this. Let me copy this and paste to hovered, pressed, and disabled. See, now it disappears. And you see some whiteness around it. That's because in the other here, let me show. Originally we were rendering this as an image, but for others it's rendered as a rounded box, but that's fine because I kind of like having some type of a highlight when we hover like this. Okay, but for now nothing happens if I press, even if I press them, so that's okay. Because I need to change the icons and open another UI when I press them, whole lot of this still to do, so I'll leave that to the next episode. And thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And see you in the next episode. Goodbye.